So is this normal for you to hit so many red lights? It is? So it's not just me? How's it feel so far?
It's different, you know, different feel, but it's all good.
You'll get used to it. It took me a while to get used to that thing.
Yeah.
Leaned over. It sounds good though, doesn't it?
It does, man. I really like the feel. It's just like I don't know exactly where to put my feet and sit. Miles over.
Are the pegs further back
Yeah.
on than your bike? What is that thing? I don't know what that was. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of CNCycle. I'm really jacked up on coffee right now, so bear with me. It may be a little intense. I'll try to keep cool. My friend, Mr. Eric, you can see in my rearview mirror back there. He's visiting me from San Francisco. I've known that guy for 25 years. He's riding the Thruxton. He's been riding for a long time. Rode dirt bikes all growing up. He's got a lot more experience than I do. And he's taking it easy on my bike, which is nice. It's also spitting rain a little bit, which is just horrible. This is May in Southern California. I know we need the rain, but you know, what prioritize? What's more important, fixing the drought or my motovlog? I mean, come on, Mother Nature. He's used to this because he's from San Francisco where it rains all the time, but I'm a spoiled brat. I'm from Southern California, and I don't like it. Not one bit. So, weather permitting, we're on our way down the coast. I'm going to show Eric Ortega Highway, which I know he's been on, but I don't think he's ridden it on a motorcycle before. However, if it starts raining, I may have to change those plans. We'll see how it goes. It's looking a little suspect right now. So I really appreciate all the support and all the feedback from the Ninja Tom ride. It was awesome, man. What a get-together that was. That was a really, really cool experience. Everybody was super supportive. I met so many guys where I can now put a face to their voice, and I'm already looking forward to doing that next year. I think we should all find another reason to do that sometime between now and then. The surf has died down, but it was huge, huge, huge a couple days ago. So, what I wanted to talk about today, conflict resolution. I wanted to see how you guys handle issues with people, and if you're calm about it, you take the high road, or if you've got a bit of a temper, or what. I have a little bit of a temper. I know I'm all cupcakes and rainbows this moto vlog, but I got a little bit of a hot blood, and rub me the wrong way, I can get a little nuts. It's gotten better as I've gotten older. I'm able to control that, but it's hereditary. My dad's got it. My sister's definitely got it. Just kidding, if you're watching, I'm just kidding. So, let me tell you a little story. As you probably figured out because you've seen my garage, I live in a condo complex, and I live on the second floor of that condo complex. And I've been there for, coming up on 6.5 years now. So, I've had below me, I don't know, 5 or 6 neighbors come and go of all different types. Single people, families, couples, etc., etc. There's been a couple of owners that have come and gone, and people that have rented from an owner. In the first 5 years I lived there, with the first 5 neighbors I had not one complaint about me. I'm a relatively quiet guy. I don't throw big parties. I don't blast music. I don't scream and yell. I'm pretty quiet and respectful. So not a single complaint about anything from me until my most recent neighbor that lives down there now. They've been there for about 2 years, and thank God they actually put their place up for sale. And I believe it might have sold, and they're going to move the f*** out ASAP. So they have been a nightmare. They have complained about me so many times about nothing. It's just been one thing after another. And I've talked to the association, and I guess they complain about all sorts of stuff. But I will walk around, and they'll say it's noisy. I'm walking. it just, I had somebody over for dinner last week, and all we were doing was cooking dinner. I had music on quietly in the background, and I get a text message from a girl saying, please quiet down, you're making a bunch of noise, it sounds like you're jumping around, and we're going to call the cops, threatening to call the cops. And it's just been this ongoing thing where I'm nervous, and I feel scared to walk around, not scared, but I feel like I'm disturbing people to walk around my own friggin' house. So, back when I had my broken ankle and I had my cast on, I obviously couldn't walk. So I had to hop and hobble around a little bit. So I came home one night. This is the same night that girl wrote her number on my cast. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the last couple videos. Anyway, I came home one night and had a few drinks. All I'm doing is getting ready for bed. And yes, I have to hop around a little bit. I have to, I can't walk. I'm on a cast. And it's clearly temporary. So I have to hop. And yes, there's probably a little bit of noise that comes from that. So he comes up. It's a married couple, by the way. It's a 2-bedroom condo. A married couple. They now just had their second child. 2 dogs. 2 yapping, loud-ass dogs that make noise all the time. And a cat. And their place smells like cat shit, I might add. So they're not exactly the best neighbors themselves. So he comes up and complains, and I'm in my cast. It doesn't feel very good. Anyway, I lose my cool. I just lose my shit, and I just go off. And then she comes up, and she's the worst of the two. He's actually more passive. She's a
You're just one thing, dude.
What's that?
You have to use so many cuss words.
The fuck you talking about?
Pardon my language. And it's like this screaming match, and I'm just lost. And she's like, we're going to call the cops. I said, fine, you call the cops. I'm going to call animal control about your loud-ass yapping dogs, and all of us are going to get together and meet and sort this out. I'm sitting there in a cast, and I'm thinking, like, look, I have to hop around. I have a broken leg. Clearly it's temporary. You're up here yelling at me while I'm crippled. So I just lost it, and this was months ago. So anyway, so what happened was, though, is they've kind of backed off since then. I got that text last week, but it hasn't been as obvious. And they've complained about, like, the rollers on my closet. All this stuff. And it's like, are you suggesting that I don't use my own closet in my own house? I mean, so yeah, the day after I went down there and I said, knocked on the door, and I said, look, I'm sorry things got out of hand last night. And they apologized too, I guess, to their credit. And I said, look, what can I do to make your lives easier? Because the only thing I can think of, and yes, there was a sarcastic tone to my voice, is if I start crawling around my house and not... What's going on here? It's a pretty heavy-duty camera. If I start crawling around my house and not moving at all after a certain time. It's like, look, the sound level you guys want, you should have moved to a ranch in Wyoming. I mean, you chose to buy a condo on the first floor. You're in close proximity with other people. You're going to hear noises, just like I hear your 2 yapping little dogs go off every time I walk by your door. Anyway, they're moving out. Look at this guy. Yeah. See that weirdo dancing back there? Oh, anyway, they're moving out. And when I hear there's a single guy that's moving in down below, which is great. I mean, hopefully he'll be cool. I'd rather have it be some bikini model, but I'll take it. I'll take a single dude, and that's fine. Anyway, so, do you guys have any stories where you've just lost your shit on somebody, or do you take the high road and always... Because I always feel guilty whenever I get really mad and do something like that. Even if it's not my fault, I always feel kind of bad about it later when I've cooled down a little bit. I always feel better later if I'm kind of calm about it. Plus, if you're calm about it, you kind of make the other person look stupid because they're crazy and you're like keeping your cool. But sometimes I just can't do it. I have to engage. So that's it. So how do you guys handle things? Do you have any good stories about, you know, a conflict with a neighbor or a coworker or a friend where you lost your mind like I did, or what? I'd be curious to hear about it. Anyway, that's it. Bye.